Hello everybody, I'm Ernest. So today I'm making a video about shopping for cars. So we're here at CarMax, and this is one technique that I am using that maybe other people do too, is I use CarMax to go check out the cars, because the salespersons will not bother you, and you can check out the cars. And then I'm gonna buy a car from a different dealer or an individual, because I'll get a much better price than I would at CarMax. Well, what's this here? The 22 Ford Maverick XL. They want $31,900. Anybody knows anything about these Mavericks, they are hard to get a hold of. My friend just bought one because somebody ordered it and then decided not to. So this is an XLT for $35,900, and this is the one he got. Actually, I think it's even the same color, and I want one too, but they're charging a premium over MSRP for these Ford Mavericks. So one of the techniques I use is I go to CarMax and check out the cars, and then I look online and find the best price. So I'm using CarMax, which I don't think I'll be buying a car from them. Here's another Maverick. This is a Lariat for $41,000. Now, if you know this CarMax, and I'm looking at a car at Echo Park, and because the prices at Echo Park seems to be a lot more lower. Excuse me. Man, there's like 4 Mavericks here. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's the technique I use for shopping for cars. So here's one. Here's a Ford Ranger. Let me see how much this one is going for, because there's one at Echo Park for $28,000, I believe. And I bet you this one is over 30. Yeah, it's pretty darn nice. But there's no sticker information on it. Okay, I'll keep that in mind. I might have to check out the Maverick. There's another, that Maverick, the Ford Ranger. Now, the Ford Ranger is more of a truck than the Maverick. Everybody's wanting these Mavericks, but it's pretty much a car with the trunk cut out and you get a little bed on it, because they really can't haul that much. They have a small engine. This is a 22, $30,000, $29,998, has 35,000 miles on it. And this is the XL trim, which is the lowest trim. It has some nice wheels on it. So right now, supposedly there's too many cars on the lots, and they're not moving, is what I've been hearing, and the dealerships are having problems moving cars. And the prices are still high, and the interest rates are 6% or so. It is we are in June 13th of June 13th of 2023. That's the situation right now. I've been kind of waiting for the market to take a plunge. I don't know if y'all know, but I had an F-250, and they offered me $4,000 more than what I paid for it, and it had 127,000 miles on it. And so I sold it thinking and this was during the COVID stuff, and there was a lot of chip shortages, and they couldn't get computer chips. And my thinking was I was going to take that cash and then hold on to it, and then when the market turned around, I was going to go buy me another F-250. Well, here it is 2 years later, and I'm still waiting for the market to correct itself. Or maybe this is the new market, I don't know. I really like these RAV4s, but they hold on to their value so well. They're so highly sought after, and rightfully so. They are good vehicles. Why does this one look so much bigger? Oh, because it's a Highlander. Never mind. 53,000. It's a 2021. It's nice. So anyway, they keep their value too. Anything that Toyota makes keeps their value for a lot longer than the other manufacturers. Right now I'm kind of looking at a Nissan, either the Maxima or the Altima. That's what I came down here to look at. I even looked at this Murano. This one's a little special. It's a all black version. I think it's called the Midnight or something like that. So 2018, $26,000, and it has 49,000 miles on it. So this one I know for sure at Echo Park there is a 2020, so 2 years newer, only has 28,000 miles on it. This one has 40,000 miles on it, and they're asking 25,300. So you are going to pay a little bit more at CarMax for whatever reason, but they have a lot of inventory, and because of that I can use them to evaluate cars, and then go to the cheaper cars that I find online and purchase them once I have an idea. But this is one way that you can look for cars and not be bothered, at least here in this dealership and the other CarMax that I've been to. So here's a RAV4 sunroof. I think it's 31,000 miles. I mean $31,000, and it is a 2021 XLE. I don't know all the trim levels, but that one had a sunroof, so I'm assuming it's a little bit nicer than let's say a basic. So the Mazda has picked up their game. This is a 2019 for 26,000, and it has 50,000 miles on it. But I really like the Mazda interiors. They're really nice. And this one is I guess the touring model, because it has the leather seats and it has a sunroof and all that. Yeah, it's a touring model. So right now I'm kind of looking for an everyday car, and I'll get my truck later, or if I decide to get a truck, if the prices ever come down to a reasonable rate. This is a Rogue, Nissan Rogue. I do like the Subaru. So here's a Subaru Outback. This car I'm familiar with. It's a 2020 Outbacks, and it's 33,900, so 34,000. It only has 20,000 miles on it. Now I know at Echo Park they have one same year, 2020. I think it's 28,000 miles on it, but it's the XT Onyx, which has a turbo in it. But these Subarus are very luxurious. I mean, a lot of people, they've changed. They're not as well, at least in this trim level. This is the limited, so it's $4,000 less at Echo Park. I like to see one that's a wilderness model. So here I'm inside of a 2021 Impreza, and they're not the simple basic cars anymore. These Subarus, I'm really impressed with the interiors of what they used to be. I was just inside a 2015. Just for example, this is a 2021 Subaru Impreza, 23,000 with 25,000 miles. That's actually what the one at Carmack, I mean at Echo Park is priced at. I'm kind of, I didn't think I would find a car that competes with Echo Park. So I'm starting to, I guess CarMax is more expensive because they're larger and they can just charge more, I'm thinking, and so they can get away with a little bit more price wise than Echo Park does. And I've narrowed it down to Echo Park as far as dealerships go, like which ones I want to buy from. I've gotten friendly with one of the salespersons there. I would like to do business with him, but he doesn't have a car I want at this present time. I've thought about these Fusions too. It's 2018, has 124,000 miles on it, and they want 18 grand for it. Have y'all seen the new Accords? This is an older one, but the new Accords, I just saw it the other day at a Honda dealership. I'm not really liking the new Accord. The front end looks really goofy looking, if you ask me. Looks completely different. It doesn't identify as an Accord. By the way, at that Honda dealership, and I found it in other dealerships, you get down to negotiation and they want to throw you a fee. I found a car at the Honda dealership that was a very good price, but then they wanted to add another $4,000 on top of the price, some kind of warranty and protection plan. Okay, I'm inside of a 2020 Nissan Altima SR for $26,000 with 41,000 miles on it. There's one at Echo Park, I think it's 23,000, and I don't remember the mileage, but it might have, I think it's a 21 also. This is inside the Altima, the Nissan Altima. It's quite large. It's as large as an Accord or Camry. Now, here's something. Have you noticed that these higher end cars, the Mercedes and the BMWs, drastically reduced once they're used in the used car market? I like them, and the prices are reasonable. Not this one. It's $50,000 because this is a flagship, but they are very nice. But the problem with these cars, if you drive them every day like I do, it's just the maintenance on these suckers. I don't trust them. I want a car I can get in and just drive around. I do like the Mercedes, and I do like the Beamers and the Audis, any German car, Italian cars. They just, from my understanding, they don't hold up. I mean, the engines will hold up and whatnot, but any little module goes out in them and they'll charge you an arm and a leg for everything. And that's why I've never bought a European car. I really like these Mustang GTs. The problem with them is everybody has one. Every kid that makes any kind of money, they go out and buy one of these. 'Cause they're the most affordable. If you get a 2018 and above, I think it's 460 horsepower for like 40 grand. I remember finding one back before COVID for 29,000. A 5.0. It was a 2018. I still think I should have bought that car. 29,000 GT premium with the engine that has all this horsepower. But these cars all will use premium gas, and you're gonna pay a premium when it comes to insurance too. So, you know, that's the thing about these cars. And I need a daily driver. I love these Scat Cats. Let's see what this one's going for. This is, I think, an older one. I don't see a price on it. It's got the the wide body fairing on it. It's probably around 50. I know this green one has been here a while, and it was 50 or 55. I don't remember. But I don't see the stickers on them anymore. So I found me a 2020 LT1 Camaro, which I don't know if y'all know, they're going out of production. 36,000. I thought that was pretty reasonable, and it's a 32K miles. 36,000. That's pretty damn reasonable. I want. There's something wrong with it or something. I thought these cars go for like 50,000 or so or more. Be a little tricky getting anything in there in the Camaro. 36,000 for a 2020 with 35,000 miles on it. It's like a dark forest green. This has actually got me thinking. I like those wheels on it. Okay, so this doesn't make sense. This is a 2019, just an SS. Now it only has 16,000 miles on it, but they want 42,000. And this is an LT1, and they want 35,900, 36,000. Now it is a standard, which a lot of people don't know how to drive, but I do. I drive a standard every day. Here's a beauty, a Charger Scat Cat. It's a 2020 or 53,000 or 54,000. It only has 42,000 miles on it. This is a car that has room to carry your family and haul ass all at the same time. Beautiful. And it has the wide body kit on it and the wider wheels. I really like that. 55,000, or what did I say? 55? I don't remember. I just forgot. I was blown away by it. I'm looking for a Maxima. I don't see any. You know, I rented a Kia, and I was quite impressed with it. I drove it for like 2,500 miles. I rented it and went all the way through New Mexico and Arizona and that. But they have a bad reputation to burn up, catch fires. But I think they've already resolved that. I think the newer ones, that's a problem that they don't have anymore. A lot of the stuff that I know about cars, I learned it from, you know, that YouTuber Scotty. That seems to me like he only likes Toyota and Honda, but he's kind of warming up to Mazda. My understanding is Mazda and Toyota made a deal, and to use certain parts and in their factories and so on, I guess to bring down cost. I gotta find me a Maxima. Here's a Camry, probably the most dependable car you can buy, that and a Corolla, or anything Toyota makes. This is $27,000 for a 2020. I know they're 26 at Echo Park, but this is a nice one. It has leather seats in it. But they got rid of the V6. Everything's going. There's no more V6 cars. They're dinosaurs. Everything is a 2-liter or below, and turbocharged. It's the only way that they can pass the government's restrictions. They're trying to meet the fuel mileages of these cars. We're all going to be driving electric cars soon, though. I do see a lot of cars, and it's a full lot here. I'm still looking for the Maxima, but I don't think they have one here. Okay. It's getting hot. The sun's starting to burn the back of my neck. So here's a 2018 Mazda 6 Touring. I thought I wanted one of these until I did some more research on it and found out that it's a good running car. It's just the engine's a dog. I think it's 0 to 60. It's like over 7 seconds. I mean, how can you look this performance oriented and you don't have the power to back it up? There is a turbo model, and that one's not much better. Lots of SUVs, these mid-size to compact SUVs, is taking over the market. People are not really wanting sedans anymore. And I can see why. They got more ground clearance, a little bit bigger, more maybe safety. I don't know. And you can carry a lot more in them. Hell, I might go with an SUV. Who knows? Who knows? Well, you see my process in buying a car, and what I do, I come to CarMax, I look at vehicles, and then I search the internet for the best prices. And CarMax is a good place to come and look at cars without being bothered by the salesperson. Is the market right to buy? I can tell you, the guy at Echo Park, the salesperson that I talked to, he's so honest. He said, if I didn't have to buy a car right now, I wouldn't buy a car. This market's not good. And the only reason I'm looking for a car now, I'd explain that, is my car, it has 149,000 miles on it, and I think it's fixing to throw the transmission. So I got to replace it. But what to replace it with, I'll let you know. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.